Welcome to episode number 24 of GrowthArtic.com. Today we are talking about the hottest shit in town, in the growth hacking town, Initiative Q.
And I have no idea what this is, and we did that on purpose, yeah? So I got an email from you about Initiative Q, the hottest shit, and I was like, okay, let's click on that fucking landing page, and I was like, no, it takes time to process this, so I clicked it away. And now we hit here.
Yeah.
We're sitting here.
And then we came in for this recording session, and we were always thinking about...
And Henry was super excited, so...
Let's do Initiative Q first, because from my point of view, it's the hottest growth hacking shit in town.
Okay, what is it?
And for me, it was so interesting to see that. So today it's what is it today? Thursday?
Yeah.
Something like Thursday. And for me, it started last weekend. So it's just 4 or 5 days old. And for me, it's unbelievable that you didn't hear about this, because
maybe it's because I don't read news. I hardly use social media as a consumer, just as a creator.
And everybody is talking about the filter bubble thing, that you're just consuming the news you want to see in your Facebook and your Instagram. And so I think that's the opposite behavior, because I think it's just nerd stuff. So let's come to this
Sounds
point.
Good. Nerd stuff.
First of all, what's really interesting, I can't explain the product.
Why? What is it?
I didn't read about it.
Is it a product?
I think it's not a product. I just want to explain something, how I came to this point. So last weekend, I saw a post on Facebook from Felix Beilharz, here a guy from working here in Cologne, and
hey Felix,
social media guy, and he was playing around with this. Here, Initiative Q, that's cool. Blah. Here's my invitation link. Then I thought, okay, if this guy is playing around with this, I give it a try, because there was something, a person I trust. Okay?
Yeah.
Growth hack number 1.
Have people trust you.
Yeah. So he posted it, I clicked it. I clicked the invitation link, and it was not available anymore. So I came to a landing page. Okay, sorry, this invitation link was just limited to 5 for no seat for you, something like this. Then I thought, no seat for me, what's going on? Then this FOMO thing, you know, this fear of missing out, that you think, okay, there is something, I have to go with it to don't missing this chance.
Yeah.
We are reminding this Bitcoin things last years, where I think a lot of, or millions of people had this kind of FOMO feeling, and not only the nerds. I think it started to be in the sphere of normal people.
By the way, I stayed out of that.
Maybe that's the reason why you didn't know this Initiative Q stuff. So then I thought, growth hack number 2, it was invitation only.
Yeah.
So you can join only if you get an invitation link. Then I clicked it, was not available anymore. What happened? I just went to Facebook or have a look, where can I get this fucking invitation link? Sorry for this. Lucky me, in the comment section of this post, there were some other invitation links, and then I came in.
Okay.
So I was in. The next growth hack for me was the registration thing was just full name, email address, and password. So really easy, and then you had for sure this social networks, social logins. So we're always talking about this stuff, but it was easy.
Which login variation did you use?
Full name, email address, and password.
Why didn't you use Facebook or Google?
Because I just said, let's have a look.
Oh yeah.
So what is interesting
That's interesting.
To this point, I had no clue about the product. I didn't have a look at the product. It was just, you have to try it. Whatever
somebody
it is.
handed you an apple and then took it away.
Yeah. So really easy registration. After registration, you get a confirmation email. You click on the confirmation email, and then you were logged in already without logging in again. So auto login. So something we all know, but what is from technical point of view really hard to implement. They did it. So I was logged in. Then I came not to something like a back end or how is it called, login thing. It was just looks like a white website without any design. The first point was dashboard. The first headline is your next task. So it looks like a workflow engine. And the next task was now invite other people. So they focused on referrals, right?
Yeah.
They focused, no discussion about looking here, what's the product? Referrals. Okay? Make referrals really easy. Growth hack number 5.
My bullshit alarm is
Why? Why?
This is how I would start a scam.
Yeah, sure. A scam. Oh yeah, that's true. We come to this point later.
Good.
So referrals, but not just referral. There was, if you invite other people and they confirm, you will get something like 8,000 Qs. So now we are in, okay, it's something like a currency or something,
Yeah.
right? You get 8,000 Qs. And there's just in very small written, 1 Q is $1. So
And you can only invite 5 people?
and you can, that's the limitation thing. I think growth hack number 6 or something. And what you do, it's really easy. For sure, you share it because you want to see your virtual bank account just growing.
Dude, what is it?
It's what
is it?
Unbelievable. And
is
then for sure I did it, and I saw my bank account growing from 30,000 Qs up to 60,000 Qs. And it was limited just to 5.
Okay.
And when the 5 come in, so it's multi-tier referrer. So that means if I can get a referral and you invite more, my bank account still increasing. So I think to make it really short, I think it's a perfect example for growth hacking because they don't have a product yet. It's a pre-validation thing. So they have an open a public roadmap where they say, okay, the first year now we are on collecting or building up the massive user growth before we start developing the product. Now comes the why. So the copywriting on their website, in their dashboard, in their emails, it's so fucking beautiful. It's perfect.
Do you know where it's from, like location-wise?
I think that's something like growth hack number 10. It's written very small. There are some ex-PayPal founders. And just written it, all people are thinking, okay, there are guys from PayPal, they know what they're doing. So that's 100% trust. Without knowing who the guys are, or if it is a lie or something, you think, that was my thought as well. Oh, ex-PayPal guys, they know exactly what they do. So what's more? So the pre-validation thing.
Yeah.
And I think what's really important, we are half a year or maybe 1 year after this Bitcoin thing, where a lot of people thought, okay, I would love to have invested earlier. So now we are maybe a little bit more aware of these things to be faster to go in to go in. Exact Ben. And
but do you know by now what it is?
Yeah, it's so that's the last thing I have. I think it's a perfect example for think big. If you go to the website, after I did all the registration stuff and I invited the first 20 people, I thought, okay, maybe now you have to check what it is. You go to the website and there's something written like the currency of the future. Like this, and then a small text, some ex-PayPal founders, and we need you. So the credit cards thing is 80 years old, and it's really, we have to disrupt it. Okay. So they get you involved in this idea that they need you to make it bigger, because a currency needs always 2 sides, the vendors and the buyers.
Let me try to summarize.
I love it.
This is a blockchain.
Yeah, sure. It's an ICO.
Juju, ICO.
Thing.
Not scam.
It is.
Fantastic. So what I like is the tooling, the setup, the way the way you explain how it is.
It's the only thing for me. I don't review or something about the product because I didn't check it out. But the way it worked for me as a user was like, and I would say we are professional internet users.
When did you realize it was a blockchain currency product that's going to be launching in the future? When was the point when you realized it?
I would say, so for me it's not...
Was it on the landing page, like from the Felix Beilhardt's post there, or on the landing page?
Later.
Was it before or after your first referral?
I would say later. It was just the dashboard, and the dashboard there's no design. There's just perfect copy text focusing on referrals and your bank account. You see, okay, there are something like 60,000 virtual US dollars, and there's just if you invite more now, it will increase 8,000. It's like it's gamification pure. It's so from marketing perspective, it's a perfect example to study how gamification, how limitation, how all these things work in just one. It is perfect executed. I think they have more than 200 million Facebook shares.
Shit.
It's going like hell.
So I'm considering, like, to me, like, as soon as I read blockchain, I'm out of it. I'm running the other direction.
Me too.
So, but it's good that we disagree.
Me too. But I didn't see it, and it was not important because the marketing was awesome. We could say it was GrowthArtic. It was really GrowthArtic. I think it's the best.
I think it would have been GrowthArtic if they actually had a proper product behind it. But I consider doing something like this. I have this super straight idea validation funnel. Where I have like the traffic channel, like Facebook, to a landing page with a Typeform survey, and I track the shit out of people there. And I could build a referral engine into that Typeform or into that landing page system and measure the referableness of the idea through that system as well. And using something like a virtual currency to give people power, like voting power for the features. Once we start defining the idea a bit more, we could give them voting rights, essentially. Like, how invested are you into this idea? How much are you propagating that for which you earn more people, more coins? And then you can say, like, should we go this way and that way your vote is a bit stronger. I love that. I love that idea. So when is this thing starting? Initiative?
They say in their public roadmap on the website. So everything is really transparent, and they tell everybody there is no product yet. We are just collecting, or we are just trying to grow the user base. And there's a public roadmap, and they say just one year.
Cool.
1 year. So that's for me the most interesting point, because I think we had an episode in the beginning phase of our podcast about pre-validation, idea validation, and so on. I think it's so important and it's so right. But here's a real world example where the combination between pre-validation and this referral, so everybody of us knows that referral marketing in the normal case is the most valid or the best,
it's cheap.
The cheapest acquisition funnel. Everybody knows this, but it's so hard to implement it right and to come to a point that it really works out for you.
When people actually want to
that they do it, that it is easy enough, that they get in something like an incentive. So we know all this kind of disciplines, but here is an example. You just can register for. That's a recommendation as well again. So it's a referral now. Just use it as a tool where you can see how it works without focusing on the product or on the money.
For somebody who would like to check out the onboarding flow, how would you suggest they get an invitation?
For this?
Yep.
Just comment on our podcast and then we send you an invitation. Or
yeah, something like that. Or can they just go to the website and sign up?
That's a pretty cool thing. If you go just to the website, and there's just a big button where you say, you want to be invited because you don't have friends or you don't get an invitation link. And then there's a referral link as well. We say, okay, post that you are looking for invitation links on Facebook and Twitter. I think this idea is so great. And then you are just tweeting, oh, I want to be at Initiative Q, but I don't have any invitation links. And all the guys who think they can earn money with this, they're just crawling this kind of, it's beautiful, it's really great. It's so great. And I have no idea about the product. I just love this from the growth hacking perspective.
Guys, I'm really interested what you are thinking, whether you love it, whether you hate it, and leave us some comments below.
Yeah. If you want an invite link or something, we put it in the show notes. So it's not for earning money, because I would say the chance that this goes public in 1 year and you really have this kind of bank account thing or what? It's like, I have no idea. I don't care about this. But from the marketing growth hacking perspective, it's
very cool.
It's really, really, really GrowthArtic.
Okay, man. Thanks for sharing.
Did you like this story? Honestly,
I need to get this system into my idea validation funnel. Yeah, that's really strong. Yeah, and
strong copy text. It's the best copy text.
I used to use this landing page tool called Kickoff Labs. You know it.
Yeah, I remember.
For exactly that referral engine of growth. Because the ideas that you test, they're so different in the quality of their shareability. And it is a factor because it affects cost per acquisition so much. So in that sense, I like it. Yeah. All the rest is like,
yeah, sure it is.
Yeah.
But I would say 200 million Facebook shares. Is it true? 200 million? Yeah, I think it's 200 million. So when I wrote my first blog article about this on Monday, I think it was 100. Now it's 200.
Let's see where this leads. At least we talked about it. Yeah, on the podcast. And we can say like, dude, do you remember November 2018? We were talking about this. And now it's the next $1 trillion company. Okay, man. See you later. See you on GrowthArtic.com. Bye-bye.